Hello. Today I'm working on picking an eVvA, it's a 3KS. And the 3KS lock is a slider lock. I'll explain a little bit more if we get into it. And I'm just going to show you that the lock works here. Got key retaining, so the key's not going to come out. And we're going to try to pick it. Now, the only success that I've had with this lock is with lighting in the back, and I am primarily using my vision, at least to see the pins sticking out on the sliders. So I'm going to pick this clockwise. Wish me luck. 1, 2, 3 are all free floating. 4, free floating. 5, free floating. Make my way back to 6. 6 didn't really give me what I wanted. Let's move back to the front. 1, 2, and 3 feel like they've got distinct areas that they go in. 4 is binding a little bit. It dropped down. I have such a tough time getting to the 6th sliders on this lock. That felt really good. I think I might have got 6 kind of set. 1, 2, 3. The right side is feeling kind of good. I'm going to move over to the left. Start at 1, free floating, 2, free floating. Maybe this lock binds from back to front. I'm not quite sure. 3's giving me nothing. 4. It's binding a bit. It dropped downward. And it feels kind of good, so I'm going to leave it there. 5 is really high up right now. Let me drop it down. And it went all the way down without giving me any sort of feel. Let's reach back to 6. And I'm actually going to use this. It's a flag that I made out of an old Southord. And it works really well for indexing on the bottom. You can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I can kind of angle it over and lift. Felt kind of like what I wanted. So I'm going to move back to the front. Start at 1. And actually, since most of them are up now, I'm going to drop this to the bottom. And the really nice thing about this lock is that none of these sliders are sprung. And they have pretty good tolerances, it seems, so they don't drop on their own. All right, 1 is hard. And since it's so high, I'm going to drop downward with it. That was a nice little click. I felt a little bit of rotation in the core. 2 is, actually I'm going to leave 2 where it's at. 3. Gosh, I'm going to leave 3 where it's at, 2. 4, what's 4 looking like? Not gonna lie, 4 feels kind of good. 5, sticking out like a sore thumb. Let's see if I can hit it. Whoa. Big core rotation there. That's what I want to feel. And these all tightened up pretty good. So we're going to move over to the right side, where both sidebars are, they're coming in pretty well. 1, I'm liking. 2, I like it. 3, I dig it. 4, maybe I'm gonna lift 4. Got a little click there. And since things are feeling kind of good, I'm just going to kind of wiggle over these. And, you know, they might just be hung up on the gate. Because I've got this lock just 2 times so far off camera. And each time, it surprised me when it opened. It was kind of like, it wasn't a big movement that ever got me there. There we go. All right. I am pretty happy with that. A little under 8 minutes, I think. So I'm gonna make sure to show you that this core is definitely turned. And you can see that these here, those are the key retainers, and they're part of the sidebar. And so that's really kind of how I tell how well it's going in general. And that's been really helpful for me. And you can see as well the light and the difference. So if I turn it off versus on, you can really see how visual this lock is. And I honestly wish that I could get this lock without that backlighting. I really do. But I have a lot of trouble with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this back up to the top. You can see those sidebars retracted. I'm going to stick the key in because it kind of resets how everything is sitting. Let me set the camera back down. Get this out. And then I'm going to move this camera. And we're going to go straight up with it, keep the lock in frame. Nicely lined up. All right, now I'm just gonna zoom in here a bit. All right, let's get this apart. And this one's unique that you don't need the key, and I've already removed the back plate because I was having some issues getting it off in the first place. So we're going to slide this out. That's all empty. This is a really, really nice lock to gut. Let's pull this right side sidebar. We'll set it on there. Let's pull the left side sidebar. I'm going to set it here. Pull this top bar. Set it right in the middle. And we're going to go this left side. One, two, three, four, five, and six. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's all the sliders. Let's take a look at the core. It's a pretty damn cool core. Got a little bit of drill protection here, maybe in the back there. That looks like it's actually holding in there's a retainer back here. I'm not sure what that is. It's an empty core. Let me actually pull this upward to give you a better look at it. Sidebars with their springs still in them. And you can see on these sliders, you got 2 pins sticking out, 1 pin sticking out, 2, 1. And so what's happening there when I'm talking about false versus true gates is the single pins, these kind of more pronounced ones, the obvious ones, those are the true gate, and those fit into the back of here. But what you feel is you're looking for the slop as this plays, and that sidebar is not fully in yet, right? And so it's not fully engaged in there. And if it's in this false gate, this really shallow one here, it'll actually feel tighter. There will be less slop when it's interacting with the sidebar because that sidebar is not all the way in yet. And so that's how I'm working with the jiggle test. Take a look at the core. This is a bit of an odd format, but pretty cool nonetheless. Really nice machining, nice threads. And there was a time that I had put the core in 90 degrees off. Really messed up the lock. One of the sidebars was engaged. I had to pick the other side just to get the lock functioning again. And that is really what made me learn. I'll set that down. I think that's pretty much all I've got for you. This has been the eVvA 3KS picked and gutted. right at the 15-minute mark. Thanks for watching.